Hello and welcome to the build-up of Rugby Varsity 2015, the biggest event in RFC's calendar. Alright, hello and welcome to Varsity Inside Lines. I am Ian Davidson and I'm with Max Stewing, RFC Chairman, and Rupert Edwards, First Team Europe Captain. So boys, firstly, can you please just give me some sort of indication as to what Varsity is?
You can take this one.
No, you can do this.
Varsity is where every team in university plays our rival uni. I say uni, our rival college.
Yeah.
Marjon, not quite a university. And basically it all kicks off with rugby on a Monday night. We all play down at Plymouth Albion, big crowd, lots of shouting, lots of drinking. It's just a huge deal for everyone at uni. It's just a big game.
Yeah, kind of breeds rivalry throughout the year. Obviously, it's good to have a rivalry like that.
Yeah.
Both unis going at it, and it's good to get everyone behind it, you know, and get to know other people in the university, other people in their university.
Okay, that's good. And
of course the charity, you forgot the charity.
Yeah, and of course
all
the
proceeds
charity.
go towards charity.
Yeah. And when is Varsity, boys?
23rd, Monday the 23rd, kick off at 7:30.
30, smashing. You can be buying your tickets shortly, coming on sale in the next couple of weeks. You can either follow us at RFC Updates or keep an eye out on the SU's website, and tickets will be up there shortly. So boys, obviously 6 weeks roughly until Varsity now. Can you just give me some sort of idea as to player selection coming up to Varsity?
Tough is the first word.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain players who obviously have got their position locked down more, but as I keep stressing to the team that no place is guaranteed. Injuries occur, but there's a lot of thought to be done. We've got ever promising players coming through. We have freshers, third years, second years.
Yeah.
So I've got some thinking to do.
Yeah. So it's going to be hard decisions coming up.
Especially in light of last year with months going round, you know, injury and illness was always present, so changes in the last moment.
Okay. And just kind of, obviously I know you've been probably watching some of them and also playing in some of the Bucks games this year so far. How do you think the team's performed so far this season? Do we stand a good chance this year, do you think?
We always stand a good chance. Plus the team, well, there's always room for improvement. That's not enough said, but against Exeter last week it was a tough game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately came away with a loss, but I've never been more impressed by what my players could do in terms of D. So we're taking great leaps and bounds every training session. Let's just hope it all gels together by the big day.
Yeah, that's good.
There's been a lot of talk about how they haven't played for the last few weeks, and we didn't really want to get too focused on that. It's what we can do.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I think we've gone strength to strength. We came into this league the underdogs. Now we're staying, you know, just at fourth. And there's a possibility of getting up in the mix of the top seeds, so then we have a really good chance. And the twos also, they're looking good this year. Struggles with selection and lack of some key positions, but I think it'll be a really good game that day.
How important are kind of is the squad as a whole, as opposed to just a kind of a small kind of amount of key players in your squad? So kind of pushing for selections.
There's no standout players that should take key position. I can't think of a single position, even mine. Even I feel like I've got to try to stay in the team, and I'm the captain. There's no just out and out player that should just be in a position full stop. Every single position in the team has got somebody snapping at the heels of the starting player to try and get back in the team.
That's good. And what about the kind of the training program that's leading up to Varsity again 6 weeks? Are we kind of doing some sort of gym programs and regime and stuff like that?
You know, I mean, I'm a big fan of the gym. Nothing's
Really?
lifting.
Got to drag you away from that place, haven't you? But it always steps up around this time, especially with training. Everyone starts turning up, as they should do, because they want to get in the mix for both teams. Because obviously, you're picking an early squad of 30, but that always gets cut down, and those players obviously drop down into the second team. Sure. So it's always a fight. So people are always in the gym and stuff, but it's quite funny because obviously this time of year it's most likely time for injuries. So.
And some boys playing club rugby as well, aren't they? So inevitably they'll probably strain on them twice a week.
Hopefully they'll make the right decision and start playing less rugby. Not less rugby, less club rugby. sort of concentrating on the uni side just as it runs up to Varsity. Don't want any silly injuries playing.
Excellent, that sounds good. Thank you very much, boys. UPRFC have coaching assistance from current players at Championship side Plymouth Albion, and at training on Monday evening at Brickfields I caught up with one of them for a chat about what they think about the boys in UPRFC. Hello there and welcome to UPRFC pre-Varsity videos. I'm joined by Plymouth Albion and Canadian international Andrew Tiedemann. Thank you very much for joining us. Just to first ask, what do you think of the boys? Obviously you're new to the coaching with us this season. How do you think that we've been performing this year so far?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously I'm here once a week with you guys, and you guys are really responsive to what I'm telling you. You guys are really a pleasure to deal with. I've dealt with a lot of teams in the past and they're more interested in farting around than actually doing stuff, so thus far I've been very impressed. Good,
and obviously I know Elliot Clements Hill is sometimes with you as well. Do you prefer to kind of stick with the forwards or the backs? You kind of
being a prop myself, I've not spent a lot of time in the back lines, such as some of these back row do.
Yeah, I've been watching the flare up at Albion. It's been pretty good, so that's great. What has kind of been in the session tonight? What have you had planned, and what are we doing now? Stuff like that.
Tonight the main focus was handling under pressure. That was brought up as a work on from the weekend.
Yeah.
Did a few drills addressing that, and obviously every week I like to sharpen up just the contact skills, 5-10 minutes, tackle, jackal, and ball placement. And after that, we're split up as you can see right now. Forwards working hard in the corner, backs not really doing anything, and probably finish with the team run after this.
And with your international experience building up to kind of big games and like pre-game camps and stuff like that, how important do you feel that this 6 weeks is coming up to Varsity 2015?
It's massive. Rugby's a team sport, right? If everyone's on the same page, all working in the same goal, you're going to have a way better chance of achieving that goal than guys running off on doing their own thing, you know? The big thing for me is that everyone knows what they're doing, what we want them to do in certain situations, such as tackling and jackling or blasting through, and just what the face play options are.
Finally, how do you feel our chances are this year?
I personally know the Marjons coach, and I don't think they're bringing anything to the table.
Excellent, that's great to hear. Teach, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Varsity 2015 is a fundraising event for registered charities Mind and Cystic Fibrosis. UPRFC also like to get involved in charity events throughout the year, with a waxing session raising money for Plymouth University RAG being the most recent.
So we're here with members of UPRFC for the University RAG Money Charity Raising event, and Craig is ready for his wax. What a lovely lady.
Do you need a wooden spoon or something, Craig?
Yeah, just here we go. Oh, get it on the Abbeys, yeah. Give him a good rub. Yes, there we go.
Right, so we do the small press. Don't cry, alright?
Oh,
this one's going to be worse.
Ready?
Ready?
Oh! In the end result, there we go.
Finally, Max and Rupert stayed behind for a few questions about day-to-day life in UPRFC and why you should come to Rugby Varsity 2015.
I love that joke.
Who's the better player?
Who's what?
Who's the better player?
Out of me and him.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wouldn't like to say, you know, completely different.
Completely different positions.
You're both in forwards.
Oh,
both
that's such a backs comment.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about who hangs out on the wing more, it's a tight call, you know, often see us hanging out.
He's got a step, I've got the pure gas, so...
Yeah, tries, he's unfortunately got the lead on it, especially when it comes down to Varsity, because the nonce has scored more.
3? Does that make me... I think it's the highest scoring.
No one cares, Rupert, no one
cares.
And yeah, obviously you both live together. Who's most annoying to live with?
Reginald. Well, I don't think neither of us get on each other's
Thumb
nerves.
gets the big run up.
Big thumb, like,
I'd say Joe would be up there, but he breaks everything, so it's quite entertaining.
Yeah, he's gone through 3.
He's almost
three
done
or
a
4.
grand's worth of damage, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 PS4s, 3, 4 controllers, a TV.
Yeah.
He punched a TV because he lost the FIFA. Just put fish straight through it.
It's fantastic. Anyway, yeah, we're not the most annoying ones.
No,
That's good. Okay, cool. Blonde or brunette?
Brune, yeah. No,
Oh, decision there. He didn't want to go with that one.
Oh,
Cool. That sounds good. And what kind of is your favourite pastime if you're at home, relaxing, done your work for the day?
avoiding work for the day. Probably we have a bit of a coffee themed in the house. We've got a cappuccino maker, so we'll have some lattes. And,
Very nice too.
neither of us know how to work it, so we get someone else to do it.
have some lattes. Have a
Is that the thumb?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
He's shit at it.
So our autistic friend, Wizzy.
Autistic friend, autistic winger, no doubt. And we just like to have a coffee and sort of sit and watch TV. It's not very exciting.
That sounds good.
The life of a third year.
Yeah. And finally, last little thing, why should people come to Varsity this year?
See me in short shorts.
He has got some great pins.
Great pins.
It's all about raising money. You know, it's a good game behind your local side, but you know, bigger crowd, better event it is. We raise more money. Also, you know, it's not just our event that's going on. There are loads and loads of events. So, you know, you turn up to one, you turn up to all of them. It's really good. Yeah, and I think it's just a nice way to take that break from work. I know it's a hectic week. Dissertation's in for events, so obviously that kind of clashes a little bit. But, you know, it's just 2 hours out of your day. Come and see the ladies play. If you can see the two boys playing during the day, and then see us play in the evening. You know, it's a good time just to take a break.
A really good atmosphere, and it's played under floodlights, which makes quite a spectacle because most of us at uni only ever play during the day because we don't have the facilities. So it's played under floodlights. It's a really just as an evening, so it's almost like a party. And the rugby standard is always really quite good because both teams are really fired up for it. Plus there's a massive after party which is great fun.
Excellent. That sounds, boys. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.